All right, welcome to our YouTube channel, STR Wealth Academy. I'm Katrina.
I'm Michael.
And we are the co-founders and creators of STR Wealth Academy, a coaching business for Airbnb businesses, short-term rentals. And we've been in the business for 6 years.
Almost, yeah.
Doing this since October 2018. And we are still in the mud of it. We have our own short-term rental management business at 63 properties and growing.
So in today's video, what we wanted to cover is how to get started in Airbnb in 2024. So there's going to be 8 key steps that we're going to go over in this video. And then in subsequent videos, we are going to go through each of them in a bit more detail. Okay, so this video is going to be a high-level overview of all the key and important components of what it actually takes to create success in this industry. And then we're going to dive into the weeds with each of these various topics.
And this is a very foundational, important video because starting a business, an Airbnb business in 2024 is quite different than it is when we started even back in October 2018.
Very different. The industry is rapidly evolving, which is exciting, but with change comes opportunity and also challenges as well. So what we want to cover is really taking things back to the basics and showing you how you can propel yourself into creating great success in this industry in the coming months and years ahead.
So the really, guys, is how to build your own Airbnb short-term rental business in 2024 without owning any property if you choose. Specifically, we're going to be looking into rental arbitrage, our proprietary partnership model as well, to grow and scale so that you reduce your risk and increase your profits.
Okay, so let's cut straight to the chase here. So step 1 of 8, we have to form a business, okay? So specifically what we're talking about here is creating an LLC or some type of business entity that holds your business in. Now, this is probably one of the biggest questions we get all the time from students, from people looking to get into the space. Do I need to have an actual LLC or a company in order to do this? The answer is yes and no, but our preferred recommendation is if you want to be successful, you have to treat this like a business and doing things that successful businesses do.
Yeah, and it's very important to start it right away because when you start it, you can do it down the road, but the thing is you want to give it as much time as you can to build up the credit within your business, have that history so you can grow and scale and have opportunities down the road. So it is important to be one of the very first foundational steps that you do. Let's move to step 2, market research. Is where you're going to start your Airbnb short-term rental business, what kind of properties. So this is massive back-end research before you actually get into the business.
So when it comes to market research, it's really, really, really important that you want to get into a market that has something going for it.
We recommend starting in your own backyard. You're going to know your area, you're going to know your market, you're going to know like what's the best areas, maybe not so great areas because you live there. However, we understand, and from the hundreds of students we have coached and trained, that your backyard sometimes isn't also the best one to start in. So this can definitely be done from anywhere in the world, any state, any country. It's roughly the same anywhere you go. So it is really a formula that we follow and coach and train our students on. All right, let's move on to step number 3, choose your location.
So specifically what we're talking about here is performing property analysis too. So once you understand which market you want to get into, you understand the area in that specific city that you want to operate in, we need to be able to calculate with a reasonable degree of accuracy, well, how much money can you expect to earn if you were to get a short-term rental property up and running?
You know your city best. You know which are maybe not such great neighborhoods, which are the C neighborhoods, which ones are the A neighborhoods, like where you want to, maybe next to a university. It could be next to an event center, like next to a beach if you have a location, maybe conference centers next to the airport. There is lots of opportunity and really being able to do that research and where you want to start. All right, and that leads us to step number 4, competitor research. This is where you need to do that upfront research before getting in. So this is what's really important with competitor research, looking at what your competitors are doing for design, what they're doing for amenities, what they're offering. This is really that upfront research to make sure that you can come into the game and absolutely crush it.
Let's jump into step 5, to create our listing, okay? Now, as far as how we're going to do that, we always recommend starting on Airbnb because Airbnb to the short-term rental industry is to search engines. It is the juggernaut. It just is. Now, that's not to say there's other places we would want to advertise in time to get more eyeballs and attention on that listing. But if you're brand new and just getting started, Airbnb is still the place to be. It's still the best way to get the business going. So when it comes to creating the listing specifically, we're going to need to get your title on there. We're going to need to get professional photos on the listing. As Katrina mentioned, we do need you to fill out all the different description boxes because that is what is going to help you stand out and also rank higher within the Airbnb search engine.
Okay, and step number 6, set your price. This is where we start making money. This is some of the most exciting parts. You've had all the background research, you have all your foundations set up, and you are now ready to set your price and start taking guests. So this is very crucial of what price to set it at. To set up a dynamic pricing tool, make sure you're doing competitive research on what should be your base price, making sure you're protecting your further out pricing, you're utilizing strategies to attract the right type of guest.
Now, when it comes to pricing, a dynamic pricing tool is one piece of the equation, but there's a lot of other strategies in terms of how you manage your calendar and how you manage what happens before, during, and after bookings.
So step number 7, we are looking at customer service and that high level front facing activity. Because guys, this is the hospitality industry.
Yeah.
As much as it's real estate, as Airbnb is more casual, there is such a high customer service element to it.
So what's really important here is you want to have an idea of who your ideal guest is when you are beginning to get into this business. You want to think about the needs that these people are going to have so that you can curate the type of amenities that are going to speak to that ideal client. So once you know your guest, you want to provide an amazing experience. So specifically, make sure you're getting back to your guests as quickly as possible, ideally in under 5 to 10 minutes.
Yeah, it's going to be huge to automate this, automate templates, check-in template, check-out template, making sure you're checking in with the guest. And guys, this is massive, like customer service. This is why people book on Airbnb, to have that personal touch and to be able to not have to ask questions, because there's not a front desk, right? And they want to be able to check in smoothly, check out smoothly, and know exactly what they're doing when they're there. So really, this comes to the last element, and this is so crucial, and I think it's all glossed over quite a bit, but it is massive to the operational, kind of that back end operations of your business, and it's maintaining your property. This is huge in the way, obviously we want to maintain the property, but it filters into so many things, because you have to make sure you have a beautiful property that's clean, has maintenance, and looks exactly like the photos every single time that they check in. So consistency is key. This is building out your team members, automating your team members, and making sure that every single guest has an incredible experience so you get those 5-star reviews.
What's going to make you successful in this industry is knowing when you need to come into the property, both on a preemptive basis to do inspections and also to respond quickly when maintenance issues do come up, so that you can take care of that guest, alleviate their concerns, and again, provide an amazing experience that they're going to talk about and share with their friends and family.
So that is steps 1 through 8, foundationals of how to start building your own Airbnb business in 2024. Please make sure that you're subscribing to our channel so you can see in depth all the details of each one of these topics.
Cool. We'll see you in the next video.
See you there, guys.